Hey there, and welcome to the Invest In podcast. I'm your host, Zac Hoyt, real estate investor, RV park developer, and your guide to turning adventures into cash flow. Every Thursday, we dive into the strategies, tools, and mindsets that help you invest smarter and live freer. If you enjoy the show, tap subscribe, rate us, and share it with a friend. Now, let's get into today's episode. This episode is brought to you by RVParkConsultant.com. They are your go-to experts for purchasing, funding, designing, launching, and growing RV resorts and campgrounds. With over 35 years of hands-on industry experience, they offer smart park layouts, creative financing solutions, and operational optimization strategies to help you save money and boost your profits. Ready to turn your land into a thriving hospitality destination? Visit RVParkConsultant.com. Link is in the description below. Happy Friday. Happy New Year to everyone. Great to see you. Angela, smiling face. David, wonderful. Thomas, coming all in. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Oh my gosh, we've got a great one for you here today. If you don't know, this is every Friday we have this going on, and oh man, we have a lot of things that are going on. If you guys like RV parks and real estate, hopefully you know I am absolutely in this 100%, up to my neck, above my head, swimming, loving it, floating in RV parks. I love this asset class so much. And I love helping you all out and making you feel more confident, achieving your dreams, all of that. So we have a really special one today to kick off the new year. So I just want to ask you guys first, do you guys make goals for the New Year's? You type in the chat, find your chat. Do you guys make goals? And of course, I'll be like, well, do you stick to those goals, right? But in the chat, hit a yes if you make some. Anna, awesome. Okay, exuberant yes. I dig that. Angela, cool. David, right on. Yes. Okay. Lots of yeses. You guys are making goals. That's great. Do you do this by yourself, or do you do this with a partner? If you have a partner, maybe even a business partner, that could be something. This year feels different, more intentional. Anna, I love intentionality. That's a great one. Yeah, really good. Angela, with a partner. Sweet. Yeah. So, that's great. What are some of your goals, the ones that come to your mind offhand? If you just want to share some of those in here, it doesn't have to be related to RV parks, please, but just like something that comes to your mind first, what you're looking to do. I'd love that. I'd love to hear that. Yeah, Mike, your wife and I, also a team member for accountability. Love that. Yeah, absolutely. Right. So intentionality is important. Without setting goals, you're not doing that. Yeah. Lizanne, Monique is here. Spoilers on that, but yeah, absolutely. All right. 20,000 a month passive income. Dig it. Yeah. Financial goals, right? That's some of the things that we're always looking at. Financial type of goals. Maybe you've got relationship type of goals, something with your marriage or your family. Maybe there's some traveling type of goals. What jazzes you up? What gets you excited with all of that? I really get excited about goal setting, and part of it is that it's nice to think about the future, right? Think about what that future is, because then we can manifest that future. We can draw it towards us. We can just pull it on in. And the best part is when you're not like straining to pull it in, but it just magically shows up, right? It happens with ease. And that's going to be one of the things that we're going to talk about today. Acquiring your first RV park. Yeah, cool. I love that, Anna. And that's what we're here to do, to help specifically, is with helping you guys get your first RV park, get some money with RV parks. But if you guys start to learn about me and what I'm about, you'll find that it's a lot more than just RV parks. For me, it's a holistic. For me, it's a way of living, a way of growing up, teaching my little boys everything in the world through these RV parks. living them, loving them. And what I do is just, I put a lot of intentionality into every single thing that I do. I love intentionality. And so thinking about goals, yes, we set goals in our business. We set them actually every quarter. We meet in our business to go over that, all of our businesses. We've got a good structure that we follow. EOS, the Entrepreneurship Operating System, if you're curious. But that's for another day. But yeah, goal setting in the household, that's also important. It gets everyone on the same page. And I can't wait to include the little boys in that as well. Maverik's just at the time. He might not remember it, but it doesn't matter. Giving him the reps, just like he's getting reps running around and lifting things, it's ingraining it into his body and his soul. And so he was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're setting goals. What's a goal? All right, well, you got to learn those things to start out, right? Before he can really think about what his goals are. But yeah, we're going to be setting tons of goals with the boys. So love that. Yes. And wedging on your first park, owning it. Yes. And we've got orbit programs, wedge programs. We're going to be sharing all those things with you if you haven't heard that already. Let's give some updates of what's going on, because I want to get it over to you guys so that we can have some interaction and just see your thoughts on everything. But if you were with us this past week, and it's been a busy couple weeks, of course, right? Holiday season and everything. We've got New Year's, and some people just take that week off in between. Some people take a week off afterwards. That's fine. Whatever you want to do to recharge and get things going, that's great. I support it. But we started something this week where we are having some office hours throughout the week, and we're getting the team to help out with that. Lizanne, Jess, Ralph, Kevin, getting them to help out. So it's not always just me that's leading it. And it allows you guys to have a different conversation with them. And we're giving out free leads. If you guys haven't been a part of that, we're literally giving out free leads with a script. And we're saying, here, let's call them and let's show you what that's all about and help you along the way. Yeah, Liz says it's been a lot of fun and learning. Everything is learning, and everything should be fun. So I love that. Those are two great things to hear. Yeah. Yeah, Greg, and there is a little video that just dropped of us in DC. I get distracted. I love reading your comments on all this, everyone, if you want to interact in the chat. I love that. Yes, we dropped a new video about us going to DC. Lots of props for Ralph and his team, but mostly Ralph for getting this all going. He's great at making everything pretty, but making the video pretty as well. Yes, Anna, mindset is so big. So if you guys know a little bit about my story, I've had lots of ups and downs in life that I'm sure you guys all have too, right? Different ones, but ups and downs. It's not a boring coast in the Midwest. Like, we're not just driving in the Midwest. We're going through, life is like West Virginia. If you've ever driven through West Virginia, it's up, it's down, it's left, it's right. You never know what's right around the corner. It's a little dangerous at times, a little exciting. But yeah, definitely something that is interesting and helps you. And so mindset for me, I would call it that mindset. Being able to propel yourself through all of that in those dark times, in the good times too, but in the dark times, that's super important. I'd love to give you guys more of that. And I will give you more of things that have helped me a lot, tools that I've even created to help me. But part of that is that today I have a wonderful, gosh, I don't want to call her a tool. That's not a nice thing to say, right? But she's like a wonderful part of my life, my wife, who's going to be on here to help you guys out, shine some light into some magic in the world, magic in ourselves that we can find. But yeah, I've got my lovely wife here, Monique, here today to share some things with you and just open it up if you guys have any questions, but she can help lead you down a path. I think it's good and fitting. I've been mentioning this for the last few weeks now. And now it's a new year, so it's the perfect time. We've got a babysitter. Actually, we've got our backup babysitters because our main babysitter got sick. And so we've got a friend that came over to watch the boys. So we're really trying our hardest, right? Through thick and thin, it doesn't matter what happens. We will make things happen for you guys. And that's what I love. That's what I love about all of you. That's what I love about my wife. I love about my team is that we just make things happen. I'm in such gratitude with all of that. So, yeah, if you know me and you like me and the way that I teach and the values that I have, then part of me is everything that Monique ends up embodying here. And she's helped me along the way a whole heck of a lot. So I just want to start it out with a little question. If you guys look in the chat, I'm going to drop this in here. And if you can just type a number in, look at this chat right here. So this is just thinking about when you're making major business decisions, which one of these do you rely on the most? And just put a number in the chat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one do you rely on the most? Are you the engineer type like me that is data driven, spreadsheet driven, logic driven, all of that? Because maybe you might not have number two, you might not have that experience on pattern recognition for business things, but you might take your personal life and your personal experiences and the patterns that have happened. You'll be like, I'm not going to do that again. Boom. You use that. Or maybe there's some gut, number three. Yeah, gut instinct, your intuition. It was here, it is gut. And then I married Monique and I'm like, intuition. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Right. I get it now. That's cool. And then maybe it's a mix. Maybe you don't know. That's totally cool. So awesome. We're getting a mix of all of these. Yeah. Data, experience. Yeah. 2 and 3. A mix. Yeah. A little mix. Where's that balance come into play? Greg, lots of gut. All right. Right on. Yeah. And not sure. That's totally cool. That's totally cool. Right. And so part of the journey of learning is just starting to be aware of things around you. Open your eyes up for in the forest, like all the different things that are around you. Closing your eyes then and listening to all the things that are around you, different senses that are happening. And then even covering your ears and opening your eyes and not listening, but only looking what you notice with your senses. You'll discover more. And once you start to discover things, then it's like, all right, well, what do we do now that we know this new stuff that's out there? So that's really exciting. So yeah, this is perfect looking at these results. So I want to give a little introduction to Monique here because it's really special guest, right? It took a lot to get her here and it's not going to be the last time. So that's cool. We're going to plan on more of these. Don't know when exactly they're going to happen. Otherwise I would have let you guys know. You just can feel lucky that you're in this today. So yeah, Monique, she's an intuitive energy healer and an embodiment mentor. And again, if you've heard me, I've been like, oh man, a year into dating, didn't know what the heck that was, right? I'm like, oh, you're fun, you're cool, I like to hang around you, all of that. Sure, tell me more, right? But an intuitive energy healer, embodiment mentor, she works with high performing entrepreneurs to help them make clearer decisions in life, trust their instincts, and remove the internal blocks that slow growth, even when their strategies sound. So as an RV park owner and a real estate investor, we're constantly making big decisions under uncertainty. You don't know all of these things, right? You don't know all the information in the acquisition, the negotiation, capital, where's the capital coming from, the timing, your partnerships. You don't know all of this offhand. So Monique's work helps entrepreneurs quiet all of that mental noise, get out of overthinking, and they just access this deeper level of clarity and confidence so that their decisions are aligned, they're faster, and they're more effective. It's beautiful, right? Her approach bridges intuition with practical leadership, helping you operate from a grounded, regulated, and focused state, which directly impacts your performance, your deal flow, and therefore your results, right? I'm really excited to have you experience her perspective today. Please help me give a warm welcome to Monique Hayes Hoyt. Come on down.
Thanks, honey.
Hey, babe.
Hello, everyone. Zac has talked so much about you all in these calls, and just seeing some comments that you guys are making about goal setting and everything. I just wanted to drop a little nugget in here for the year ahead. So first of all, thanks for the intro, babe. That was wonderful. And I'm happy to be here. And yeah, thank you for having me. I know this is probably a little unexpected that I'm showing up today, but hopefully it's a pleasant surprise. And yeah, my work is to really just help people understand that everything is energy. We're energy. Our goals are energy. Our desires are energy. And yes, they materialize and we experience them as a physical asset. However, they start as energy first. And a way to streamline where you're at to where you want to be is to align yourself to the frequency, the vibration, the energy of what it is that you desire. So, a big part of that is mindset. And a big part of the mindset of everything is I saw someone comment in here that you just purchased your first RV park. Congratulations. And you have some revenue goals for the next year. And I'm sure a lot of you, like Zac had posted, what goals do you have for this next year? Your goal setting and getting that forward focus, right? Zac and I always say, run your race looking forward. Because if you're looking back, you're going to fall. And so getting that forward focus going, um, setting goals, when you set your goals, just keep in mind, like, does it feel exciting and a little bit scary? Because if it's exciting and a little bit scary, that means it's stretching you a little bit, but you want to be able to back it. If you set a goal that you can't back, if you don't believe it, you will never achieve it, regardless how awesome your strategy is, regardless how awesome your team is, regardless how flawless everything looks. Things will happen. You will manifest things happening if you don't believe in the end result. You don't have to understand the how, you just have to believe that you can get there. And by believing it, you're one step there. And then you practice backing that belief by looking for little proof throughout the day, every day. And I could talk about this forever, but if you guys have questions around mindset or anything, like please let me know, let Zac know in future calls, and we could schedule something so I can pop in and address some stuff. But yeah, truly where everything is going is you want to get your energy backing anything that you do first. When Zac was really struggling a couple years ago and just like had so much going on, right? And I'm like, babe, you have to get your energy behind your action first. Otherwise, you're just spinning your wheels. And if you don't have your energy backing your action, it's going to feel really hard and it's going to take a long time. And things can happen so fast when you align yourself energetically first. And a part of that is trusting your intuition, learning what your intuition is, learning how it folds into mindset, learning how neuroscience affects all of this and our reality, because our reality is just our perspective of our reality, right? It's just we experience a fraction of what's actually happening. And so yeah, I'm excited to help any way I can and help shift some mindset, help give insight, help shift perspectives, help activate something within you that helps you believe in yourself a little bit more. And yeah, use me as a secret weapon, not a tool.
Much better said. Yeah, absolutely. Right. I mean, you guys are
And
getting the unfiltered me. We're riffing here as we're starting. Right. And that's okay. That's a safe space. And
no, it's
so,
okay, babe. I
yeah.
finished that sentence for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. So, for everyone that's in the room, that's very analytical, and they may be
Yeah.
new to this intuition based work. How do you explain intuition in a way that like complements the data, the underwriting, the logic, instead of just replacing it?
Yeah, of course. So people will explain it different ways depending on who you're learning from. But the way that I like to explain it is, well, first, understanding that everything is energy. Everything is composed of atoms, including me, including you, including the computer screen that you're looking through. Everything is composed of atoms. Atoms, when you break them down, they are balls of energy. They are balls of energy that can emit light. So everything is emitting light. Everything is energy. And then when it gets very compound and compact, then we experience it as a physical item, something physical in our reality. So all of that energy, all of this empty space is anything but empty. It's all information. It's all information either waiting for a focused intention to be placed upon it to materialize, to compound and compact and materialize, or it's just information that's just out here accessible to us. Our intuition is a part of our energy field. So every atom has an energy field. It has the electron cloud, right? And then as atoms gather and they group together, and then they build and they build and they build and they build and they create things, and they create the things that we experience as physical reality, which is actually 0.0000001% of all that we're experiencing. Then that energy cloud just gets bigger, because that energy cloud is just information. And that information is accessible to us always. And our intuition is that information. It's that information that's always available to us. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It only manifests in different forms. So it just shifts in different ways. So all the energy that's ever existed and will ever exist exists right now. And we can access it, because energy is not, it's not limited by time or space. So we can access it. We've all experienced this when you have a thought of somebody, and that day or a day later, they text you, you run into them. When you have a thought of like, oh man, I feel like I should grab my keys, but I'm not really sure. And then you walk out and the door locks behind you. Or you say, man, I really feel like I should just grab my water bottle, but I'm just going right down the road, and right down the road turns into a huge traffic jam that turns into 2 hours of being outside of your house. You're like, dang, I'm so thirsty. So we've all had little moments like that where intuition kind of whispers and shows us, hey, I'm here. But our logic and our ego is so strong, and we've been taught to ignore the subtle energy that is us, that is around us. So the neuroscience of this is that whatever it's called your RAS, your reticular activating system in your brain, it's your subconscious mind. You see what you focus on. You see the world as you are, not as you want it to be. So if there's something happening in your life that you don't like, it's because you are actually that energy. You are emitting that frequency outward, and the universe is just saying yes. It's just responding back to you. It's a mirror. I just made a post about this the other day. If you wake up in the morning and you go and you look in the mirror in the bathroom and you're so tired and you're so groggy and you're looking at your reflection and you're like, smile at me, smile, smile. And your reflection's not smiling. You're like, reflection, smile at me. You have to smile first in order to see your reflection smiling back. And then when you smile first, you're like, oh, there's my smile. And then you feel happy for a second. That's life. That is life. Life is just reflecting back to us the energy that we embody. And our intuition tells us how to align to this higher frequency that can line us up with everything that we want. Because your intuition is like your inner GPS. It doesn't matter if you make a wrong turn, it's going to reroute you. It might take a couple seconds, it might take like in our life, it might take a couple days or a couple weeks. In our car and our phone, it might take a couple seconds or a couple minutes, depending on our service, but it will reroute you, because it's always trying to get you to where you want to go, to where you are meant to be. We all have these divine visions for ourselves. You have an idea on your heart. You have a desire in your heart. It's there because you are the one made to create that thing. It is literally placed within you. It's not placed within your spouse. It's not placed within your cousin. It's not placed within your friend from 6th grade. It's placed within you because you have everything that you need within you to create that thing. Now, in order to align with that thing, you have to align to the frequency of that thing. And that's what intuition does. That's your end goal on your map. Intuition is the GPS that's saying, hey, make this turn. Hey, make this turn. Hey, make this turn. But our logic might tell us, no, that doesn't make sense. So I want to go this way. This is the faster way. But then the faster way, there's road construction that didn't pop up on your Google Maps, right? So, but intuition will say, oh, that's fine. Let me reroute you. Let me reroute you. But it might not make sense, because intuition is the bigger picture. It's our entire energy field, and our energy field connects to the energy of everything that is. And so with the neuroscience perspective of it, then our subconscious mind is connected to our intuition, because what we prime ourselves to see, our intuition says, oh, okay, this is what I'm working with. So how can I get what I'm working with to where you want to be? So as we start to believe in ourselves, it's a feedback loop. As we start to believe in our desires and in ourselves and in our ability to create what we want, even if we don't have proof, you have to believe first, and then proof materializes. As we start to believe in ourselves, and then we take little tiny action steps, like intuition tells us to do this, or intuition tells us to do this. And we have an idea to reach out to someone. You have an idea to join this Zoom. You have an idea to join a Facebook group. And maybe you don't have an immediate return on your investment, but in a week or in a month or in a year, something happens and everything lines up into place because you took that one action. So that's intuition streamlining you because it is the bigger picture and it brings all of these ideas and it connects all these strings that are out there, these invisible strings that are out there to you and your desire. It's rerouting you to get there. And if you can believe in it, then you feed intuition more and you feed it more. And it's like, your intuition is like, okay, I can whisper a little bit louder. I can whisper a little bit louder. And then as you take action and you see a return on your investment, then your belief gains more. But you are the one that makes this work. Intuition is a wonderful tool, but it doesn't work unless you work with it. So I know I talked about a lot. I hope that kind of broke that down a little bit for you. But yes, it really depends on just first just believe that you have intuition and start paying attention to that quiet, like the quiet little nudges. Intuition is not emotional. It's very neutral. The quiet little nudges that pop up and say, do this, do that, even if it doesn't make total sense. It doesn't have to pertain to your goal. If it doesn't make total sense, you might think it's taking you the long way around, but you will be surprised at how things start lining up for you when you can just start engaging intuition a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And sometimes intuition will lead you to experiences that feel like crap. And you're like, what is this? I did not ask for this to happen. Why am I experiencing this? But you may need to learn a lesson in order to get what you want, the bigger picture of things. So if you can learn the lesson, life is always happening for you. If you can learn the lesson and you can grow through it, then intuition is like, okay, now we can streamline you right to your goal. So it's always that energy PS.
It's something that you got to quiet your logical mind in order to hear your intuition, right? Because they'll compete. Your logic mind will just say, do this thing next, and almost ignore what's going on in your intuition sometimes. So yeah, it's wonderful. But even like Monique was saying, the smile at the mirror, right? And one of the reasons why in our script we tell you when you're calling sellers and everything like that, smile, because it comes through in your voice. It's these little things. And even when I'm thinking about calling someone up, a seller, if I have this thought in my mind, like, oh, I don't think they're going to sell to me. I don't think this thing's going to work out. I think, it's later down in the negotiations, and I'm like, I don't think they're really going to go for that. Well, guess what's going to happen? Exactly what I think, because I'm putting that energy out there. I'm reacting in a way, anticipating this thing to happen, as opposed to what I do instead is I anticipate they're going to sell it to me. I anticipate that they're going to understand my side of it. I anticipate that they're going to be not only just understanding, they're going to be excited to get on all of this that we're doing. And so lo and behold, those things end up happening then. I attract them right towards us, and it gets easier. Even negotiating some fees that we owed the other day, wherever there is conflict, if we go in with the notion that, oh, we're going to go and attack this and we're going to go to battle, well, then there's going to be a battle because we're preparing for a battle. If we go in there just saying, this is going to be easy, this is going to just all work out, we're going to, find this easy solution together empathetically with this other person that we're having a conflict with, like having a disagreement, or there's some struggle, a challenge that's there. Well, as long as we go in with that mindset that it's going to be easy, well, then it's going to be easy, because we're going to be listening for that. And we're going to be reiterating even to the other person, like, hey, let's make this easy. Let's make this easy. And we say the word easy, and then they hear easy, then they think easy. And then it's all can be easy. It doesn't have to be hard. I love it because that's the easy breakdown of it is it's just simply smiling a lot of the times, right? And all the different ways. But yeah, I nerd out with Monique because if you guys don't know, my engineering background was the physics of light and, so optical mechanical engineering. And so, yes, everything on a fundamental scale of things, everything is an atom, everything is energy. There are light frequencies. There are lots of frequencies of information that are going on all around us besides, light. There's all the cellular towers. There's all the X-rays that are happening. You guys obviously know that the sun has ultraviolet light that we can't see. There's infrared heat that when we have the infrared camera, we can see that, but we can't see
This
with our
this
physical
runs
eye.
on invisible energy. Like your
Yeah,
phone, and everyone believes this, but they have a hard time believing this. No, this is the mega house. This is nothing compared to what this can do.
absolutely. And just like we throw a rock into a pond and there's ripples that all happen, there are ripples that happen with the frequencies that are around us. Just trust me or Google it or whatever, but there are. Everything is affected by everything else. And so your energy, positive or negative, and everything that is happening and your thought patterns and all of that, it affects the world that's all around you and what's happening. It is all affecting, right? Even as simply as you go into some rooms and you're inspired, you're feeling like uplifted by all of that. Why are you uplifted?
It's when you
It's the
okay. So
energy
he said
that's
yes.
that's happening right in all of that, right? That's part of it. And so it's really powerful stuff. And it's really fun on so many levels. The nerdy level, yes. The like break it down and make it simple level, that's wonderful. But that's another reason why on our first date, Monique and I hit it off. I'm like, what is this girl talking about right now? I'm like, all right, nerdy side of me is kind of digging it. I'm like, Lizanne, you've got your hand up.
Oh, I was going to say it's funny because this all also connects to people who are who are more religious, right? This also still connects the same, to that. So if you feel more comfortable, coming at it from that angle, with the heart, spirit, discernment, wisdom, I'm led by God. It's all interwoven and it all connects, with that same plan. There's no real yin or yang here. So for anybody who's feeling like, oh, this is, a little bit out there, it's not. It's not. It's all in there as well. So it is connected and I love this. I love this. This is amazing because it's such a hard it's such a hard as human beings a difficult learning thing, to do something. It's difficult to learn because we typically, if you think about it, when you wake up, you run from your emotion. You don't run from your mind, right? Or your understanding. You just run from an emotion that you're feeling. So if Monique can teach you, how to recognize, all that stuff that's out there and you're learning how to, control your thoughts better, and I don't know if I'm going off here. Monique, tell me if I'm absolutely insane. But yeah, I think if you think about it every day, you feel an emotion and your reaction is from that emotion. That's how we go through our days, right?
Yes.
Until we learn how to go, oh, I'm having this emotion. What can I do with it? Where does that come from? How can I change its direction? And Monique is teaching us how to change the direction of the emotions and control the thoughts to where they are productive for us.
Yes, 100%. And thank you for bringing that up because this can help a lot of you moving forward with your goals. And we wake up and most of the time, like 98% of our thoughts throughout the day are the same thoughts we thought yesterday. So what does that mean? We are reliving the same day over and over and over again. And there's a feedback loop. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this. Your thoughts create an emotion, create more thoughts, create more emotions, create more thoughts, create more emotions. So if you're thinking 90+% of the same thoughts every single day, or a version of the same thought, you're feeling the same emotions. Therefore, you are reliving the same day every single day. You are reliving the same day every single day. And then you're wondering why you're not accomplishing what you want to accomplish. You're wondering why you're not achieving what you want to achieve, why that goal still hasn't happened, why it's another year and you're still like, damn, I'm setting these goals every single year and like I'm getting closer, but I'm still not there yet. Well, how much of you is still living in the past? How much of you are still cheating on your future with your past by just reliving the past every single day and letting past experiences kind of dictate or lay the groundwork for how a future experience will go? I know I'm definitely guilty of that in some areas, but this is why I mentioned earlier, look for little proof throughout the day that things are going your way, that life is working for you, that that deal that you want is already making its way to you, that you've already closed. Because if you have a desire on your heart that you want to close on something, that you want to purchase 5 RV parks, 10 RV parks, 50 RV parks, you've already done it. There is a version of you energetically that has already done it. How do I know this? Because you can see that version of you in your mind. You have that vision that you've done it. You have the desire on your heart. The vision is there, therefore it's already done. You can see it because it's a possibility. If it wasn't a possibility, you wouldn't be receiving that mental image. So what your job is to bring that mental image into your physical reality. How? By aligning to the frequency of it already complete. How do you do that? You change the way you feel. Because how you feel if you've completed that goal and you've signed, well, okay, think about this for a second. The goals that you guys wrote at the beginning of this call, or the goals that you've written down in a journal, or that you just thought about that maybe you don't want to write down because you're feeling shy. Why do you want that goal? You don't want it. Just think about that. Why do you want that goal? You want it for money? Do you want it to be more well known? Do you want to make a bigger impact? Why do you want it? Now, the reason why you think you want it, why do you want that? Because you think it's going to make you feel some type of way. You think having more money will make you feel rich. You think having more RV parks will make you feel impactful. You think having more something will make you feel more confident, more worthy, more deserving, more well-known, whatever it is. It's because of a feeling. That's why we want anything, is because of a feeling. It's the energy. The energy of something physical is why we want it. You can give yourself that energy now. You can give it to you now. How do I know? Because you've already done what you want to do on a smaller scale. How many of you want to purchase something, right? How many of you have thought of something that you wanted and you went out and bought it? We all have. We all have a phone. We've all wanted one of these. We have a car. We have a computer. You have felt that. And yet what? You still want more. We are wired to want more. The issue is not wanting more. The universe expands as we expand. There is more than enough energy to create every desire that we have. We won't be able to have all of our desires in this lifetime if we perfected manifestation right now, because there's just so much for us that we can have. We're taught to live in scarcity. That's another topic for another day. But with this, that thing that you want, it already exists, but you want it because the way you think it's going to make you feel. You are not going to feel that way if you wake up and you feel the same way over and over and over again every single day. Because the new feelings will generate new thoughts. The new thoughts will generate new feelings. And it's a feedback loop. It's a constant feedback loop. And then we have the feeling thought, which when we think of something, it kind of like comes with its own feeling. And those thoughts we can create on our own. And we can think of how good it's going to feel when we have that thing. Or how, like, why do you want this? Do you want this for time freedom? Do you want this for money freedom? Do you want this because you want to give something to someone? You want to travel someplace? You want to spend more time with your family? How is that going to help you feel? What do you think that you're going to gain by doing that? How do you think you're going to feel by doing that? Focus on those feelings. You're like, why? That's not in alignment with my goal. Yes, it is. Because your goal is going to lead to that. And if you can get there, you're at the finish line already. If you can get there emotionally, you're at the finish line already. Why do you want more cash flowing assets, Greg? Why do you want more money ever? Because you want to what? Feel abundant? You want more time freedom? You want to spend more time with your family? You want to do whatever you want and not have to think about it? How does it feel to do whatever you want and not have to think about it? Probably feels free. How does feeling free feel in your body? How does feeling abundant feel in your body? Do you know how feeling abundant feels in your body? Do you drink coffee? Look at all those coffee grounds in your coffee. There's an abundance of coffee grounds. There's an abundance of air that we breathe every day. There's abundance all around us. There's love all around us. We are worthy of anything. We're worthy of everything that we have. These frequencies are available to us now. So if we can practice aligning to them by just shifting our focus from that big thing to, oh, look, I already have this, 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 and this. I've already created this, 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 and this. I've already proven to myself that if I want something, I can get it. because of everything that I have in my house. I wanted all of this. I have it. So I've already proven to myself that I can do this, that I'm someone that does this. So look to every single thing in your day, the smaller the better, because we have to program our subconscious mind to believe that it's possible. So look to it and show yourself, prove to yourself, I'm already this person. I'm already there. The faster you can do that, the faster your desire manifests. And it's going to manifest in a way that you can't predict, because why would you be able to predict it if you are someone new? You can only predict it if you are reliving the past. We don't want to relive the past. We just got over that. We don't want to relive the past. We want to create new. So yes, you will create a strategy. Yes, things will line up, and things will still happen in a way that the puzzle pieces just start clicking together. Why? Because your energy is leading that, not the other way around. You are not following the goal. The goal is following you.
Okay. Yeah, it's wonderful, wonderful stuff, man. It was before Maverik was born, so it was probably 3 years ago. When you put that sticky on my desk, right? The energy before action sticky. And she put it to this, I pulled these out of my desk here because I've got a personal growth folder. If not anything, I'm super organized with a lot of things, and then, cluttered until I organize the other ones. So that's kind of my brain, right? Super organized and a little bit cluttered, doing lots of different things. But have this here because I wanted to bring this to you guys' attention. This really impacted my life. And so quick story. Yeah. 3 years ago, I was already real estate investor doing all these things, single family home, multifamily home. It was working, but I just wasn't compelled by multifamily homes. And you guys have heard some of this story, I'm sure. And I'm thinking of what do I want to do next? And I didn't want to just force it and do the things. I needed to feel it, because now I was around Monique and she's like, hey, what does your gut say? I was like, my gut doesn't know. Like, well, what if it did know? What would it be saying? And she'll ask these types of questions and we're like, all right, well, this and that. And she could feel that I had some blocks. She could notice that I had some blocks in my head, some fears, maybe some ego type of things, some things that I wasn't holding on to and that I was holding on to from my past. And for me, it was feeling unworthy. It was feeling that I was not worthy to receive love, receive money, receive any of these things. It was feeling unworthy. And it was this exercise that she had me go through, and that she put a sticky note on my desk on this exercise, and it said energy before action. You got to take care of this energy and clear this up before you can move forward. Otherwise, you're going to be moving forward through this clouded energy. I'm like, all right, well, that makes sense. Put it off for 3 days though, right? Because I had life happening. And then I'm like, oh man, I'm doing the same thing day after day. What about this sticky note thing? Maybe this thing will be something. Let me honor her, right? I did it for her, not even for me. I was doing it to honor her in that moment. Thank God. And so I did it. I went through this exercise, and it is this listing of all of these things in your life. I won't go through the details of it, but you end up taking a blank piece of paper, and I just ended up filling it with all these things, just listed off, lined paper. And really, I was just trying to, her answer, I was like, how do I know when I finish? And she's like, well, it might take 30 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that. But whenever you feel complete. I'm like, when I feel complete, the engineer in me wants to know like a very definitive time. How many do you want me to write down? How many minutes do you want me to do this for, right? But she's just like, complete. Like, does not compute in my head, right? But okay, I'll try it anyway, right? If any of you guys relate with some of this. But it's funny because I go through this exercise, and sure enough, I felt complete after all of this. I couldn't think of any other ones, but I got them all out on paper, and I happened to fill one whole side of this paper. Maybe I was striving just to do that, but it doesn't matter. I felt complete. Made me feel good about it. And then part of this is that you do this Ho'oponopono prayer. You say to all these different items, these situations, these things that were bad, that I thought were bad in the past, things that I did bad, right? I think I could have done better, but you don't know when you're starting out. You don't know when you're new with things. You just do things in life, and bad things happen to us. Just they do, right? In life. And so part of it is apologizing to, well, it's saying, I'm sorry, I love you, thank you, and I forgive you. Those four, the Ho'oponopono prayer, to maybe that person that you're talking to about this situation, but it's also to your previous self. It's your younger you. You're saying that to yourself and saying, I'm sorry, that I didn't know these things and any of that. I'm sorry that this happened. Thank you because I'm learning from that. I forgive you for this situation, for not knowing, for getting into this situation, whatever it is. And I love you. All of it, really high vibrating energy. And I'm getting goosebumps saying it again because it's so freaking powerful. You do this to yourself, and by going through all of this, you write down all the different ones, and then you say it to yourself. You say it out loud, all those things for each of these. And then by the end of it,
What's that?
you feel completely different. If it's anything like me, and I don't know how, like, I didn't know what I was walking myself into, so I didn't have any preconceived notion of it other than to trust my now wife. But I did it, and I felt so much lighter. And I was so excited to walk out into the living room. I'll be like, honey, guess what I just did? She's like, what did you do? I was like, I did that thing. She's like, finally. And I'm like, yes, finally. But I'm like, it's so good. You were so right. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. I feel so much different. She's like, tell me more, right? Feel lighter, feel happier, feel capable. Now I've cleared out the room. It's like when you've got a room of clutter and you're trying to go from one side of the room to the other, you can't even move. It's so full of stuff. And you're just like, oh, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to sit here and think about stuff, even though I know I want to go through that door. I can't even see the door that's in front of me. But I clear all this clutter out. And now it's like, wow, now it's so easy to go forward. And it's also filled with all the lovely things that I like to eat along the way to recharge me, right? I can see those. They were buried in clutter to help me. And so it allowed me to find RV parks, this crazy thing. Like I did not know about them. And so that's how I found RV parks. And they are my calling. They are what we're doing. And it's going to be my little boys' lives growing up, and wouldn't have found that if I hadn't got through all the garbage that was in my past. So a lot of times we hold on to stuff. I mean, all of us hold on to stuff from our past, but through fear, through ego, through shame, all of these. And I mean, Monique would be able to tell you more, but this is just my experience going through it. And it's been freeing and life changing. So definitely open your eyes up to these possibilities in life. Because like Lizanne was saying, like Monique mentioned, whether you believe in God or you believe in source or the universe or the energy, whatever it is, it's proven many other times that these things affect other things. Everything is related, and it's not happenstance, right? And we definitely can't understand it completely. So stop trying to do that, unless that's your profession. I would say stop trying to do that. Maybe you want to strive a little more, but just believe in these things and act on that, because it all affects what you do.
Yeah, and just one more thing is you will never be able to logically understand it, because logic is finite. Logic and ego die with the body. You can feel into it. The energy is infinite, right? And our energy is infinite. Our energy will continue on after our physical body has passed, has died. And so you have to feel into what feels true for you. That's why when we might think of the desire, we might see it in our mind's eye, but are you actually thinking of it? Or are you feeling the desire? You want it because it feels good. So when you think of this stuff, or like hear a divine power or just the divine energy, however you associate with that divine energy, logically you might think one way about it, but feel into it. How does it feel when you actually tune into your heart space? Because that is what bridges you from this physical expression to that divine energy. Your ego and logic will never be able to comprehend it, to grasp it, because it's finite and it will pass with the body. So it can't understand infinite when it is a finite being.
So powerful. Ralph, you've been patient.
Yeah, and I just this is absolutely amazing as a team member, and going through the same things that probably all of you are going through, right? Trying to get to the next step in life. Uh, I also had the same feeling that Zach had before, and it's something that I had to work on. And I listened to both of them even before we even got to meet, right? So uh, kind of reaffirming to myself, but a pretty big piece of it is to be around people that have this energy that I want to get to. So Zach, I now feel like I orbit around Zach's, you know, not body, but think about like a sun, right? So sometimes I'm down, sometimes I need some reaffirmment. Like it's just I'm trying to be around people that I admire and inspires me, right? So we all give to each other energy whenever we are feeling down, right? So we're all humans. We're not going to be 100% at all the time. So not just Zach, right? So Monique as well, Kevin, Michelle, Ed, Jessica, Lizane, everybody that is in the team has a different energy. Do I want to be a star? Or am I happy being a planet, a healthy planet orbiting around the star, right? So I found my place, and it's something that we end up attracting to each other. I think Zach, one of the first things that we talked about was like, man, I want to be, I want what you have, not in a bad way, but it inspires, right? So, and that's what we're putting here for everyone. It's a place for us to find like-minded people that we can orbit each other's bodies, if you will, right? So, and one thing that helped me a lot, and we all find our own paths, if you're religious or not, is that I do something. It's a little bit of guided meditation, but it's almost, I don't like the word brainwash, but I listen to a tape that it affirms. I affirm to myself, I am right now, and I feel that, right? So it's a guy called Paul McKenna. He's been doing that for a long time. So, and I've been listening to that, and I became the person that I once inspired, that I had looked up to, and now I'm helping other people and getting other help from people that are above me. So it was just my 2 cents, and thanks for the time.
Ralph, yeah, that's awesome. And as nice as, those comments are that Ralph says, I want you, Ralph, and everyone to know, like, I'm not perfect. I'm not happy all the time. I get down from things, right? It's a roller coaster ride. And one of the reasons I love having Ralph around and doing things with him is because we are usually not both down at the same time. So he'll pick me up in those times. And even when I'm just feeling like a little blip, he'll be like, let's go, right? And you get that little let's go around you. And it's like, all right, let's do this thing. Okay, we can, right? And it's so much easier to have someone else, like a buddy that's right there, so that you can vibe off of each other to rise up and do more. Whether it's you go and you work out and lift, right? There's days you don't want to go work out and lift, but your buddy's going to go. So you're going to show up. And when you're there, you're all in it and you're happier. I mean, those things happen. And for me, it's running. I love running with people. It always gets me more inspired to do that. And so, yeah, that's part of what this is all about. And that's why we have these sessions here every Friday, is to help uplift you so you can be around like-minded people. And we want to be around you. I love seeing your happy faces. You truly inspire us right back. Please know that you are not just some planet, right? We are all our own suns. We are all our own planets. And right. So yes, I am circling around you guys. I love that energy that you're putting off. That is inspiring, and that keeps me going so that I can go and give back to you. It's just charging me up even more. So yeah, thank you, Ralph. And his morning, or his brainwashing. I like brainwashing. I'm fine with that, right? Hack my own brain, wash my own brain, whatever that is, do whatever. I'm open to all these different things. I'm try to just put things in my life, and I have this affirmation sheet that I'll do in the morning and the evening, and there's even some more stuff, but I'll get into that in another time. But yeah, let's hack our brains in as many ways possible, hack our body. That might not sound as flowy as Monique would say things, right? But for me, I'm fine with that. Let's hack. The computer engineer in me is like, let's hack our whatever's going on. Jessica, love hearing from you all the time.
Oh, hi. So, yeah, I know we're coming toward the end, but just want to say, because you were saying you don't have to understand it or like understand how it works. My background is in psychology, so I loved anything about the brain, and I do feel the need to understand how things work and why they work. So, and I love the list. So, I just wanted to say that I do, when I started meditating, I wanted to understand, like, okay, why is this so powerful for many people and how it works, why it works. I really wanted to, dig a little more into the why and how. So that's where I started reading Joe Dispenza, and he explained it so good. Even though I'm not great at physics and chemistry and anything like that, but I loved anything about the brain. So yes, and yes, there is a way to understand. Like if anyone here is like me and like to understand like why. So I don't like to do something or just okay believe in something without understanding. I feel like I have that need. Um, but yeah, there is a way to explain it and make sense. And whether you believe or not in your energy and how that works, it is there, and that's how it functions. Our brain releases chemicals, and we are energy, so it does work. And we are energy, whether you believe it or not. So I realized also that just positive thinking wasn't just enough. You needed to believe it deep in your heart. And at first, when I started, I was like, well, yeah, I have this positive thoughts and all of that, but I noticed that I didn't believe it, like deep in my heart. I didn't believe in that. So as I started, with this practice and meditating and all of that, I I find it really helpful because I started to visualize myself as if I've already achieved it. I'm already there. And just giving thanks from, because I'm already there, giving thanks because of all the things I achieved, and just trusting that I'm walking toward that highest version of myself. And that was really helpful. And I really started to notice differences because I started to meditate in a more intentional way. So because I was like, okay, yeah, I am already there. And I'm giving thanks because I'm already there. I'm just walking to that version of myself. And so that was really helpful. And this aligns with so many things. So if you like to think about physics, chemistry, psychology, family constellations, anything, that really, everything aligns. And whether you see it from different perspectives, like Lizanne was saying, the universe, the divine energy, God, religious, anything, it's there. It's just that, highest energy, divine energy. So doing things from the heart is so powerful because your mind and heart needs to be aligned. So whether you have whatever goal you have, just feel it in your heart and have your why like very clear. I think you're gonna be able to align with it. So I was just gonna say whether you believe it or not, or if you want to understand the why or not, but as long as you believe it and you are very aligned, your heart and mind, I think that's so helpful. And thank you,
It is.
Monique. I love it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it is. Thank you for all that, Jess. Yeah. Knowing your why is extremely powerful. And mine wasn't strong. I didn't have a strong why until I had kids, honestly. And then it became resoundingly loud and powerful for me. And not even just like powerful, just fun too. And that's what I was waiting for, was something fun. And for myself, I don't get so worked up. That's great. Let me build more. Let me buy more, get more passive income for myself. That's fine. But it wasn't until having the kids and really having the purpose in that. And with Monique, everything just came together. And it's like, all right, this is now for me feeling complete. That notion of completeness it's hard to define. So yeah, your why is super powerful, keeps you going, gets you started, yet alone keeps you going. Really, really great stuff. So, Monique, if people want to get in touch with you more, can you drop your socials in the chat so that anyone can follow you? If you dig this, she posts stories and reels every day, helping lots of other people do exactly this, is opening themselves up to their intuition. I know she also has this Everyday Magic membership that she is starting up now that the kids are finally autonomous, right? They're good. Whenever I'm with them, I just leave them in the corner and you don't need to do anything for a bunch of hours and they're just fine, right? They come up with a couple bumps and bruises and then Monique comes home. She's like, "How were the kids?" I was like, "Oh, they were great." Right? That's how it works. Yeah. So she's got this membership that's awesome that keeps everyone accountable as well. And I don't even want to say affordable. It's ridiculously cheap, is what I would say. And for entrepreneurs, you guys, we all are just whatever are between our ears. Whatever we think we can or we can't do, we're right. So holy smokes, to invest in that is one of the best investments ever, right? Invest in yourself, invest in the people that you can be around. That's super important, like Ralph was mentioning. So yeah, check that out. Did you drop that in the chat? Okay, so there's your Facebook, there's your Instagram. Go hit her up, follow her. You will not be disappointed. You'll probably see more of me too. So if you like seeing me, follow her. Or if you like not seeing me as much, follow her. Either way. Yeah, and the membership info. That's awesome. So there's some, basic things. And what's the price right now for that? I think it's
like $47.
$47
But
a
we're going to
month.
start the manifestation challenge on Monday. So
Yes.
that'll be really fun if you wanted to join for that. And I'm really excited about that. It's a week-long manifestation challenge.
Yeah, and
Where we
I'm
go a
in
little
this
bit deeper
too.
into some practices.
I'm joining this too because I'm always looking to grow and do more, right? And this is something that I need someone to lead me in. It's a completely different area than I am an expert in. And so, yes, please, more. Give me that, right? Want to achieve more with ease. And so, even Monique and I just met. We had our date night on New Year's Eve, and we started our goal planning.
No, today is our 5-year date anniversary.
Yeah, but on New Year's
Today's
Eve, we
not
did
New
our
Year's Eve.
goal planning.
Oh, you're talking about that. Yeah. Sorry. I'm all like, no, today's our anniversary. Our date
Yes,
anniversary.
yes.
Yeah, we make
Today's.
goal setting for the year ahead.
See how important communication is to everyone in the world? Like, here's my wife. You think that we communicate well with each other. And of course, we're all having our own things in our own dialogues in our heads. And that's totally cool, right? So have patience for everyone else in the world and just smile. But yes, today is our anniversary of us meeting each other for the first time. One of our important dates. But so we started our goal setting for 2026 on New Year's Eve. And then we're actually going to be finishing it tonight, doing some awesome stuff with that. She was impressed how far we got the last time around, but we went to the library and we just isolated ourselves so that we could get things done. But as we're writing our goals, we don't say like, this is what I want to achieve. Like, I will buy these many RV parks. I will travel to these many places. I will do that. No, we speak in the past tense. So I bought these many RV parks, right? Because we're living in that. We're stepping into that person that we already are in those instances. And so it pulls us closer because you want to feel that you want your intuition to be like, yeah, that dollar amount feels right. And it's just feel. Don't you like, sometimes you might like, oh, let me try and calculate exactly how much it'll be. Nah, your body knows, So just feel it out, right? What makes sense. And that's fun. So we're having a lot of fun with that. I'm going to turn that into vision boards and even some even other things, doing boards. That's going to give us some clarity throughout the year that we're on track. Because like everyone was saying, it's important to have those goals that are there, and it's important to feel that we are feeling those feelings right now. We can feel them right now, but how do we know that we're on track throughout the year when it's something that isn't just like an easy financial thing? And then you do get worried that, oh my gosh, it's 25% of the year is done and I'm not 25% to my goal. Does it have to happen so gosh darn linearly? Does life happen linearly?
No.
Say it. What?
No, no. And if you're working with your energy, it will not happen linearly because there's energetic momentum. Like there's energetic compounding. It's called quantum compounding. And as you build energetic momentum, things look linearly, but then they just skyrocket. And that's when like things start popping off and synchronicity, this, that. And that's the thing is our mind can't compute how it's going to happen. So I just wanted to say something before I hop off real quick and to leave you guys with this to bring it back around to the reason why you're here in the first place. If you do anything today, this weekend, for the next week until the next call, think about your goals, okay? Think about what the definition of success is to you when it comes to having RV parks, buying, selling, whatever it is that you want to do with them. And ask yourself one question. The first one is, if there was no external proof that you were successful in your endeavors, how would you know that you're successful? If there was no external proof, if you didn't have an RV park, if you didn't have a revenue, if you didn't have people telling you that you're super successful, if you didn't have people looking to you for something, how would you know that you've made it? How would you know? Probably a feeling. So that leads me into the next question, which is, what feelings are you going to feel when you have what you want? Practice feeling those feelings today, tomorrow, the next day, randomly throughout the day. Set alarms on your phone if you have to. I have like 5 alarms that go off throughout the day that say a little affirmation, and I just take a second, I breathe into it, I feel it run through my body, and then I go on with my day. So do something like that. Or look for those little bits of proof that you're already successful, that you've already achieved some level of success. Because I guarantee to your 12-year-old self, you're very successful right now. So success is relative. So look for that proof throughout the day that you're already successful. And that energetically will align you to the frequency of success. Success is success is success. It doesn't matter if you've made $1 or $1 million, if you've made $1 million or $100 million. It's all the same frequency, the frequency of success. So start looking for little proof throughout your day that you're already there. Okay? And start feeling that. Start feeding that to your mind, because your reality is reflecting back to you what you are and what you believe is capable for you. So start feeding that to your mind so you can start showing yourself, I'm already this person. And do this for at least a week and see what happens. Do it for longer and transform your life.
Love it. Awesome. You got to go take care of the kids. Get down there. Yeah. She's gone. Okay. So awesome. Pretty powerful stuff, right? Pretty amazing stuff. Yeah. Thank you so much, Monique. Appreciate you. She's getting ready. Yeah, we've got our tight window since our babysitter canceled. We have a friend that helped, and then grandma, and then her sister for our whole day to make up for one babysitter that got sick. It's crazy, right? But it happened with ease. But anyway, yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Monique. Love that. Yeah, definitely. Her links were in the chat there. So, subscribe to her, do all of that, see what she's about. I love getting the little blips on that and just helping me achieve more all the time. Because like she's saying, little success around, right? If you think that you're successful, little things, you notice little things, just like simple, stupid things you might think that are around you. But if you're successful with that, like, it just feeling that happiness, that feeling of success, and it snowballs into other things. And it makes things so much easier. And you get into that right mindset. Just like if you get around people that are happy, you'll naturally be a little more happy. But if you get around people that are naysayers and depressed, all of a sudden, what? You're starting to lament with them like, yeah, this probably won't happen. Now you're telling yourself all those things. So whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So lots of little tricks and hacks to get you to that way. Awesome. Yeah, super cool. So I wanted to touch on some of these questions that people had before we get things wrapped up. And I know that this was probably an unexpected topic for today. So was that good for everyone? Can I get a yes or no? We like that? Yeah? Cool. It's fun stuff. it's really powerful stuff. It's yeah, to me, it's something that we do every day in so many ways. And I really look for her to lead that in our lives, but I love it. So I end up doing that as well. All right. So some questions that people had. There was something about Hidden Beach that was on there. Wanted to hear more about that. If you guys saw the video, and I'll only mention things quickly with this. And I don't know, Ralph, if you can give us a link to the Hidden Beach website there on Maverik Asher. But yes, we are developing the most technologically advanced RV destination in the world. It's in North Carolina. We bought the land. We're doing lots of fun stuff with that. You can either invest in that to passively get money from it, an amazing investment. I mean, amazing, not just because we're doing it, but because it has really high returns. It's secured by real estate, and you get to enjoy this awesome place even after the fact. So show me any other asset that has that as a possibility. So Ralph put that link in the chat. That's really fun. You can either invest in it yourself, or you can capital raise. If you want to know other people that have money, well, then gosh, you can get money and fun just by linking us with other people. So that's Hidden Beach. That's all I really say about that. And then Greg was asking about joining our team. And Judy, I think, was traveling. She's driving. She's on. She was asking us about the 17,000 RV park leads that we have, our list of all of that. So yes, you can join our team in the very early stages of all of that. The first stages of getting around us, orbiting us, and wedging into a deal by just finding deals. We are looking for people where Jess and Lizanne are helping lead the acquisition team. I'll help lead them on everything, but Jess and Lizanne have these office hours that we're going to drop those links here in just a second, of those times where we're going to have more office hours, because we're hearing that lots of people love these office hours, so that we can have those conversations. You can have those conversations, and it might not just be someone else that's here to give you some education, but you can, it's a little more informal. Maybe you'll feel more comfortable even when I'm not there, because gosh, Zac just talks a whole heck of a bunch the whole time, right? But maybe you'll feel more comfortable that I'm not there. But feel free anytime, pop questions, comments into the chat, or raise your hand and we can get things going. Because yes, join our team. And how is a bird dog paid? Absolutely. Great segue, Greg. So yes, bird dogs, they're paid when we close on a deal. So as simple as that. And what do you have to do to earn some pay with that? So there's orbiting is something just being around us, and we'll put this a little more formal so that everyone can read this and see it and digest it. But wedging into a deal is something where you can do something and get equity in a deal, and sometimes that equity you can take that and get paid instead. And if it was a very creative deal, then there's even more possibilities with that. So I don't want to overcomplicate it, other than to say that, yeah, Ralph put a link to Bird Dog 101. At the end of it, we go over the different levels of being a bird dog, because we're going to call level 0, which is basically, we tell you that this is not useful. Don't do this. And then there's level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's different ways of evolving from one to the next. And really, when you're part of our team, we want you to not start at the bottom, but prove yourself at these bottom ones of just bringing us a lead. And then you don't have to do much else other than that. A good lead, and that's what a lot of these are about, is showing you what a good lead looks like. But bringing us a lead, and then we can take that from there. And you can just look over our shoulder, and I'll pull you in to all these different conversations that we're having, so that you can understand what's going on. I'll either pull you in, if we're not available, record them so that you can see them, because they're good learning opportunities. And then we can go from there. And so, yeah. And so finding leads for us is really the first thing. We're getting some other great questions in here. Anna's asking how do we submit deals to us? So on our website, we have a tab at the top for submitting deals. And that's the easiest way. Yeah, deals or leads, whichever. You're trying to be technical. I would love if they were deals, right? But yeah, if they're leads, that's great. We can work with that as well. We love off-market deals, especially. We're actually saying let's put a pause on on-market deals because a lot of them we've seen, unless you have some real good inside information structured completely with seller financing. But most of the times people bring us something, we're just like, yeah, we've seen this. We know that it's not great for a certain reason right now. And then Angela's saying that she's got a lead that's a motivated seller. I don't believe it's within our buy box. Can you still send it to our team? Yeah, if it is an off-market deal, for sure. Off-market deals, we can structure them in a way so that if it's not in our buy box, and by the way, our buy box is, a little specific. There are things we buy outside of our buy box. It's okay. There are states that we buy outside of our buy box. But if there's some items that we don't prefer on this deal that you'd potentially have, well, then we've got lots of other buyers. And some of them could be right here in this room right now, because I know there's other RV park owners in this room. They might want to buy more, but certainly we know a lot of other people. And the idea is that we want to help the seller. So let's structure a deal that works for the seller and for a buyer, and then talk to our buyers and say, hey, buyers, who wants this juicy nugget right here? Because it's just what's juicy for someone might not be juicy for the next person. And maybe you've got too much food on your plate at the moment, so you don't even need any more food, right? That's another problem that people have. So we can give this to other people. And yeah, Greg, you're asking if you hired a bird dog, what would you expect to pay them? But yeah, the bird dog range is, like Kevin is saying, that's in there. 0.5% to 3%. Typically, I mean, if it's an off-market deal too, there's 1% easily that's on that we can get. And so you could either pay someone or you can give them split it. You can even just say, I'll give it a split for you, 50-50 split of anything that ends up happening with that, and then give them like the range, because we're always doing it as a range, a percentage of the whole purchase price that we're doing. So I know that makes you probably everyone want to go and get a $30 million park for us to acquire. They're typically more in this $1.5 to $4 million range, most of them. But hey, even 1% of 4 million is 40 grand. And if you go through that Bird Dog 101 video that Ralph linked in the comments there, we'll talk about how you can get that higher and higher and higher. Your involvement gets higher and higher with us. We'll just know more of what you're doing, what you're capable of, and you'll be more capable of things as you progress through and you do some more deals. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. Yeah. And every deal is a little bit different with things that are going on. For sure. But yeah, we try to keep that standard. And for me as the engineer, I like to make it as black and white as possible. It's just, I also want a lot for some gray, because every deal is different. Every person is different. Their skills are different and all of that. So office hours, Lizanne, do we want to drop this in here? You want me to just paste this, what you said to me for office hours? I'll do that.
Just confirming on that.
Yeah. I mean, that is fine with me. And let's talk about this, putting this in here. What, Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Arizona time? Oh my gosh, I don't know what that is.
Well, I put Mountain Standard Time currely because we changed between. I know.
When are we getting rid of all this stuff?
Yeah. I always put currently so everybody knows. So right now we're on Mountain Standard Time. So, and Sunday nights at 5 p.m. I figure 5 is a good time because right now it's 7 on the East Coast, but later on it'll be 8 on the East Coast. So it's still not too late at night, for people. So yeah, so Tuesdays at 10:30 in the morning, and then Sunday nights at 5 p.m. We are going to be open and available and, here to help people make phone calls. Christine did a role play with Ralph. Yep. And that was fantastic. And, we talked, oh gosh, Erica Kirk. Oh my gosh. Erica, I'm scrolling too much. Erica Bates. Oh, showed up and, wow, I was like, Erica's here, you guys, if you have questions, and boy, did she, answer a lot of questions, and it was a really, really great open office hours. And we can underwrite some stuff too. We could do some light underwriting, people, whatever. That's what it's open office. So we will be there if you guys need anything.
Awesome. So, yeah, and there's questions in here. I don't know if this is a technical question, Ralph, for you, if it's going to be the same Zoom link, how we're going to handle that, how are people going to find this, as things change. I know it can get difficult keeping track of all these different events that we have going on.
We're creating a full calendar. So, and right now I'm creating the team at creating the event. So everyone here and that participating in other calls will get an invitation. We are getting ready of this registration thing because we noticed people couldn't find the links in time. So we're ever evolving, right? So we listen to what you guys are saying and we try to adapt and make sure it works for everyone. So to answer the question, you all of you will receive an email directly from Zoom inviting to this event, and then you can add to your calendar. It will be a recurring event, so once you add it once, you should be good to go. You don't have to worry about what the link is, because as soon as it populates in your calendar, you'll be able to just click on it and join the call.
Awesome. Yeah, we're going to make it as easy as possible for all of that. All right, can we take a quick picture, everyone? Want to smile for the camera, make goofy face if you want. It's a new year. We're energized. We're excited. We've got our arms up, Greg. I like that, right? And I'll do a countdown, like the ball's coming down. So 100, 99,
Touchdown.
98, right? No, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. What is that? Great. Love it. Love it, everyone. Perfect. We got that. Yeah, and good happy energy, right? I love this. And so that's what we have this time. Normally, like in this time, this is kind of this office hours, if you will. We were getting everyone set up for bird dogging and understanding lead generation. And then this turned into, hey, we need more time with each other because it always went long, just like today. So we're adding more office hours to things so that we can have more questions. We can do those role plays and calling. And that's how we can get leads too. So if you don't have your own Google Sheet with at least 25 leads in it right now, and that's something that you would like, definitely mention that in the chat. Kevin can get you that. Yeah, I should have mentioned that earlier. But anyway, we'll be sending things out. So Judy wants some. Yes, shucks. So what we need everyone to do, if you haven't, need to submit, there you go. Name, email, and phone number. And if you have a state that you would prefer some leads from, do that. Pop that in the chat, and then we'll send you a Google Sheet. Yep. Awesome. So that's really fun. And then, so yeah, normally, I mean, in the past, we've had people bring their deals into here. We've analyzed some deals. People have been asking us how to structure their deals. We've done that within this time frame. So it's really open to whatever. I just really wanted to start out this first of the year, this first one that we had this year, with some positivity, some energy like that. And I've been working to get Monique here for a bit. So it's wonderful that we were able to make that happen. So yeah, anyone else, if you put your information in the chat, Judy, I know you're driving. This is probably difficult. So just don't crash, right? Good energy. You're going to be driving and safe. You're good. But yeah, so perfect. We'll get that going. Yeah, and I guess people were talking about wastewater treatment too in here. And so, yeah, you say wastewater treatment plants and Kevin's ears perk up. There's like something in his like arm hair that are just love wastewater treatment plants. And so he gets all excited about them. So he was chatting about that. Awesome. So we got Elizabeth in here. We've got Angela. We got Judy, Anna. We got that information. So that's wonderful. I know Kevin's going to capture that all real quickly before we sign off. Anyone have any other questions? Any last comments on things? I mean, gosh, I love chatting with all of you. If there's nothing. Oh, yeah, Anna, absolutely. I saw your hand up earlier, too. What's going on?
Hi, guys. Well, this is my first time. I saw your name in the community, and I started following you, and I'm so glad that I joined the call today. This is This group is so amazing. I love how you guys are leading this, and the energy is so me that I'm just I can't even believe that I stumbled upon this community. So I'm so excited. And so I wanted to say, oh my God, what was I going to say? And I forgot. I guess, well, one that I'm going to be on camera the next time because I wasn't prepared. I need to do my hair the next time, look a little bit more, a little more presentable for camera. But also, just a quick thing from earlier. I had my hand up when Lizanne was talking, there was something that I came across this thing where they were putting side by side manifesting and also relation to the Bible and things in the Christian world, so people could understand that manifesting is not like a witchcraft thing. And one of the things they showed was there is a story of Peter when Peter was walking on water, and as long as he believed, he stayed walking on water. The minute he doubted, he started sinking. So it's the whole thing about how important it is that when you're clear and you believe it, even if everything around you looks like it's not working, you just keep believing, and then you make the deal happen, you make the call happen, you make that client, the seller who didn't want to sell to anyone else, say yes to you. So it's about believing, and that's it. So happy 2026 to everyone. I'm just so happy to be here. And I'll see you in person then in the next call. I'll turn my camera on.
Sounds great. Awesome. Oh, Hannah, thank you for that. And wow, yeah, your first time here. That's wonderful. And I'm sure it wasn't a happenstance, right? It's all this energy that we put out there. And it just it's drawing you in. There's so many people that don't know about what we're doing yet. And I'm cool with that, right? Because everyone will find us at exactly the right time, and they'll have those sentiments, just like you, Anna, that are like, oh my gosh, where have you been? Right?
I know.
And
Monique,
yeah,
your secret weapon.
Yeah, well, 100%. She's my secret weapon. Absolutely. Yeah. And so as much as we love sharing everything that we're doing with everyone, we're giving away the secrets to the kingdom, essentially, right? Come by RV parks with us. We don't care. Well, so we're saying it loudly, but if the right people aren't here yet, they will be, and they'll be very grateful when they show up as well. But yeah, we're for everyone that does show up and that knows about us and keeps showing up, lots of love for you guys. And we're just going to continue feeding you that love from us to help you guys all out. That's just what we're about. And those are the people that I will attract towards me continually and reject the other ones just naturally. Right. So love it. Yeah. Greg, I have bedhead every day. Absolutely. Actually, did I? I mean, normally, yeah. I mean, so maybe it's a little different for guys. It's a little easier, right? But I'm not one of those people that will just put a cap on. I'm just like, shoot it up and it's done. Perfect.
Same here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Ralph too. Yeah, I know. He's got bedhead as well. Hey, what's going on there? Oh, love that. Love seeing, everyone when they have their families in, they have their kids or everything. This is your whys in life. I absolutely love it through and through. So with that all, I wish you all an awesome 2026. Make sure you show up to our everything that we have going on. There's too much to even start listing. So check your emails. Make sure it doesn't go to spam. Join us on the next Friday at least, and then we'll get some more RV parks going. Can't wait for you guys all to have some success, and go think about what you're successful in part of your day right now. Notice those successes, because they'll just compound and compound. And we'll get Monique back on here some other time. So if you guys have any questions for her, the more you bug me about that, the more I'll bug her to come back on to help us. So thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend and be successful. Lots of love. Bye-bye. That's a wrap for today's episode of the Invest In podcast. I hope you picked up insights to fuel your investing journey. And if you enjoyed the show, please leave a rating and review. It helps more adventurers like you find us. For behind-the-scenes content and updates on our RV resort projects, follow @GoInvestIn on Instagram, LinkedIn, X, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Want to dive even deeper? Visit MaverikAsherInvestments.com for resources, and tune into next Thursday for another episode. Until then, keep investing, keep exploring, and I'll see you on the road.